no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
What's up, everybody? Hello, happy Friday to you. Yeah, we're doing FSL Scrims again tonight. I think it's already been like 3 weeks, almost a month since we've come back with these. And yeah, things are going well so far. It's fun to have them back. The first tournament, hey, let there be light. The first tournament is 2 weeks from tomorrow. First tournament of Season 4, May 14th and 15th. Broadcast right here on this channel for the first time in English on Saturday and Sunday. Felden, you better show up tonight so I can tell you that news. Because you asked that question last week. I know I have an answer, but I know there's a lot of other people wondering as well. So previously, the qualifiers, the play-ins on a Saturday would be broadcast only on the German channel, Giant Software DE. But now it's going to be broadcast in both languages on Saturday and Sunday. So that's really cool. Looking forward to that. And also, there are no seeded teams this season. So everyone has to play in these play-in rounds as well. So maybe some upsets, like even early on a Saturday. So it'll be interesting to see Season 4. I think it's shaping up to be a little bit different than what we're used to seeing. Really looking forward to it. Okay, so give me 1 second. We need to do a few things. I'm gonna give players a few more time to join in. A little bit more time to join in. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, ignore Streamlabs because that's not the right command. What have you done? Streamlabs. Our bot is broken. Yeah, completely disregard that because this is not a live podcast stream. However, if you want to see a live podcast stream, it'll be on Tuesday, should be the next one right here on this channel. We've been doing those around 11 a.m. Eastern time, I believe. And we'll have a live Q&A. I think that we're actually going to have also a prepared Q&A combined with a live one because we're going to have a few questions that were submitted by community members, ambassadors, and the like about precision farming. And Stefan Maros, who was the lead on precision farming for Giants, was kind enough to answer some of those questions. So we'll have that coming up on Tuesday. That'll be cool. But yeah, I don't know why the join stream command. Thanks for the tip on the music. I don't know why the join stream command put in that text, but here's what it was supposed to put in. And that is, if you want to join us on stream, register your team on the website. The FSL website is a different link than the regular Farming Simulator website, so make sure you bookmark it as well. Download and install the DLC. Once you register for an account, get logged in, you'll have 3 keys there. Grab one of those, click the download link, download it, install it, And then after you've done all that, you need FS19 on PC, a current installation. It'll install on top of that. Then join the Discord, get into the English waiting lobby, and we'll pull people in order of their arrival. Okay, so, yeah, no clue what was up with the bot there. So, complete wrong message, but hey, there it is. So mods, if you guys want to copy that in case you have to manually do it tonight, that's really the only super important command for when we're doing these streams. And okay, yeah, you bought a 3080 at MSRP. Wow, you should go play the lottery like right now, Richard. And then when you win, buy us all 3080s at not MSRP, because you're lucky. Congrats. All right, back to the task at hand here. So we don't yet have the new version of the like how-to video for the Farming Simulator League, but we do have one from last season. It translates decently well. So give me a second, and I'll share that with you all. All right.
The tutorial of the Farming Simulator Tournament client. This video will give you a quick overview of the game mode. A match consists of 2 teams with 3 players on both sides. Once the lobby is full, the game starts with the pick and ban phase. Vehicles with different properties and perks that give you and your team additional powers can be selected here. First, the team captain bans the vehicles which won't be available for both teams in the upcoming match. Afterwards, they can select a specific team perk that'll give their team a certain advantage, and they might secure a harvester or baler as well. After this stage, the captain can pick his own tractor and player perk. This stage will be repeated for the other players as well. A little twist in the pick and ban phase are the limited amount of points a team can spend. So make sure there are enough points for every player to be able to pick and choose wisely. More details about the vehicles and perks can be found on our stat sheet, which is linked on fsl.giants-software.com. Before we let you play, however, let's have a short look at the map for some orientation. Compared to last season, it got a little facelift. It features more hills in the terrain, and there are 2 separate fields now. We've also added additional hidden paths to the silo, and the barn zone looks much smoother altogether. To reach the bale barn, you will still have the 3 dynamic bridges linked to those of the other team. But take care, they are tricky. As a safe way, you can always use the static ditch crossing instead. As soon as the game starts, every player sits in his or her selected vehicle and is looking for the randomly spawning harvesters and balers on their respective pods. Make sure to claim them before the opposing team does so. If a team is able to secure all harvesters or balers, the game ends in a rush, unless you secured one of them during the pick and ban phase earlier. Once you have your garage together, you have 15 minutes to win the game. So, how do you win? The goal of the game is to score more points than your opponent. You get these points for delivering bales at the barn. To increase the value of the bale, you can sell the grain you harvested on the field at the silo. This increases your multiplier and decreases your opponent's. But be aware, there are special events happening during these 15 minutes of game time as well. At minute 12, 8, and 4, special drops will appear somewhere randomly on the map. Each of these 16 random drops has a different impact to either of the teams. So make sure you pick the one which fits your current tactic or goal the most and be prepared to adapt. Excited? Then gather 2 friends and form your team on our website fsl.giants-software.com. Train hard and compete in one of our tournaments. Enjoy and happy farming.
Okay, that's a weird ad to be playing as a transition. Hero Wars mobile game. All right. Yeah, and I don't know what's up with the bot, but something going on with the bot today. So I think it should be behaving now. But yeah, what a start. Yeah, hopefully there's going to be a new video soon for season 4, a new introduction video like that. So that should be hopefully next week or the week after. I think it's just about ready. Looking forward to that. Okay, so. And hello, everyone. Jay, I saw your message. I think we'll just leave it without the restream relay today. And we're going to get started here. Hello, everyone. Oh, it helps. Hello, everyone. Different microphone.
Hello.
What's
Good
going
evening.
on?
Terminator.
How's it, Kermit?
Oh, it's going well. How are you guys?
Good.
Better now. Screams are
NBC, you feeling better, man?
Yeah, for the most part. A little tired, but I'm good.
Well, you sound more like yourself now, so that's good.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I say little column A, little column B.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
All right, cool. So what do we got? Oh, Spencer's here,
Hey, Spencer.
so we've got our 6 ready to go. So Big Daddy, NBC, and Spencer, and Weatherman, Matza, and Newbie. Sound good?
Sure. Which room? Scrim
I'll
1,
drag
2,
you
or
guys
3?
in. All right. Cool. We're ready to get started. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the game so that I don't forget ahead of time. Yeah, where is Tornado? That's a good question, Jay. He's going to be put to the challenge if he shows up. Scrim 1. Oh, we want Arena. FSL Scrim 1. We might have to restart, and I don't know if this is someone, it might be someone in this server that's not us. So let's have a look. With the servers going down yesterday, this was happening. These needed to be restarted today. All right. No, we're gonna go with 1. I don't have access to 2, and I can't restart 2, so we're gonna use 1. It's because it's been started without a password. So now we'll be good. Password is password. Not this time. Everyone that's playing tonight, though, should know what the password is. Okay. And here I thought, like, I was gonna have to play the first round or 2. Spencer rolled in just in time. Any fix coming for trees going weird colors? If you haven't submitted that to the bug report, I would. I know that like I had some issues with tree colors and flickering and things like that when the game was first around, and I had to lower my resolution down to 1080p because my graphics card, I think, was not handling it at 1440. As soon as I did that, it seemed to fix itself. But that might be something different that you're talking about, Richard. I'm not really sure. All right, I'm in FSL 1. It didn't have a password on it, but now we should be good.
We come.
Cool. FSL 1. You guys good over there?
Yes, sir.
I believe so. Yep.
Okay, cool. Good luck. Yeah, flickering on trees, try lowering your resolution and see if that helps. For now, that's a workaround. That's not a fix. But definitely submit it to the bug tracker as well. And as far as rumors about spring DLC details next week, that's purely just rumor at this point. I have no idea. Hopefully. I know it's not too far away, though. Oh, Hendrik, yeah, you didn't even think about that. You just recently upgraded. So you have a 1080 Ti, and yeah, at 1440p, I had some serious tree flickering going on. So you can turn the snow off in 22 Miller time, but you can't like turn all of the weather off. Not in the base game. There may or may not be a mod that would allow for that. Okay. Let's get started, shall we? You're welcome, Miller time. So yeah, this is FS19 still. This is the Farming Simulator League tournament client arena that we'll be playing in. So still on FS19, PC only. Hopefully, though, in the future, it'll be on 22. Yeah, Jay's right. You can't set the visual like season. Right, Hendrik? Yeah, you're spoiled now. That's for sure. All right. Let's do this thing, shall we? I'm excited. It's been fun to have these back. There will be one of these next week, and then there probably won't be one for a couple of weeks after that. I'll be traveling, and also before the week I'm traveling, we'll have the first tournament of Season 4. And usually when we have the official tournaments, we don't do the scrims on the week leading up to it. I think they may do the German ones, but we don't do the English ones on Friday. And now that the FSL tournaments will be broadcasted in English on this channel, both for the qualifiers and the finals, Saturday and Sunday, that means that I'll probably have to take like the Friday before off, because then the 2 days on that weekend become 2 of my work days for the week, which is pretty cool. That's pretty fun, right? Living the dream over here. Okay, so we've got bottleneck by both teams. Each team went with the New Holland baler, ideal for the blue team, case harvester for the red team. Pretty similar perks, other than NBC went with easy stack. Weatherman has Archimedes ++. All right. Let's do this thing. Let's turn ghost mode on as well. See if we can see any battles. So right now we're looking at the red team. You will see the ghost mode for the blue team as well. Someone for the blue team crashing right out of the gate. Doesn't look like we're going to have any battles for equipment. Spencer's grabbing that New Holland. Yep, Fent Baylor is being chosen by the blue team. That's a newbie. We've got Big Daddy going for the case, missing it on the first opportunity. Case Baylor. NBC's got the John Deere harvester. And Matza for the blue team right behind him. So The blue team actually has both ideal combines. Biggest grain tank in the FSL. These Fent branded ideals. So the blue team has 2 of those. Newbie is working on the first bale for the blue team. And here we go. Big Daddy and Spencer working close to the barn for their first bale. And here he goes in. See if he can do the drive-by. Well done, 141. That's a great score. Way to start off the night by Big Daddy. Sorry for my amateurish camera skills there. Let's take a look at all the player cams. So yeah, Matza and Weatherman both in the ideals. Newbie almost ending up in the water there. Trying to get in with the first bale for the blue team. This is the safer route over this static bridge. If you go too fast over it, you'll go airborne and might crash into the advertising boards. Hey, look at those new advertising boards. I love the new FSL branding for Season 4. Really cool stuff. Swing and a miss by Newbie. And that one's not going to go in, unfortunately. All right, let's have a look at the red team. Big Daddy is back out with the baler, already working on more bales. Okay. See what NBC's doing. You're probably right, Vicious. NBC's just harvesting away. Spencer may have just went and grabbed... What was Spencer doing? Very good question. Hopefully, Welton. We don't have information to share on that at this time, though. For now, it's 19 only. There, okay. See, this is what I thought Spencer had been doing, but it is what Spencer is now doing. Grabbing the auger wagon. They do have already 20,000 grain. The blue team has the grain advantage, but right now the red team has the bale advantage. The John Deere is already full. NBC's hopping in the case now. And they're running 2 harvesters. Okay. Let's have a look at the blue team. We've got our 12-minute drops coming up. Here they are. Speed limit and bale drop are our 12-minute drops. So speed limit, it'll slow your opponent down for 90 seconds. This one's for 20%. These are sometimes weighted if one team is like really trailing the other. And then bale drop 1 bale moves that amount of bales that it says like close to your barn within this area here. So speed limit was picked up by the red team. And the blue team may or may not go for this. It lasts for a minute, so 12th minute and 8th minute are regular drops. 4th minute are super drops. They'll stay on the board for a minute. The regular drops, both teams can claim them. They can claim the same one. They can claim, one or the other. But the super drop is like the first team to get to it gets it, right? Both teams can't claim it. So that one is really powerful and can really flip the game around late on. And Hayden Duffel, really awesome to hear you say that. Your first time watching, and this is so cool. Welcome to the Farming Simulator League Arena, our first official tournament for Season 4. If you want to see like a live, actual competitive tournament with prize money at stake and the top teams participating, that'll be taking place on May 14th and 15th. You can watch it right here on this channel. It's a Saturday and Sunday. It is hosted out of Europe. Our studio in Germany is where the broadcast is run from. So, depending on what time zone you're in, it is pretty brutal as far as time goes. But those events can go on for several hours. So if you wake up by like 10 a.m. on a weekend Eastern time, you'll probably be able to catch at least the end of it. All right. So Big Daddy has more bales. He's headed again with the case baler. Nice bit of kit there. I like this baler a lot, and I like the New Holland as well, which I believe the blue team reserved. Yeah, it's still sitting over here, actually. This is a nice looking baler as well. Very nice. What's up, Camo? All right. So, and if you're new to the, let me turn ghost mode off. if you're new to the FSL, see these patches of weeds here? Teams will ignore that because it will slow them down big time, and you also won't output any straw out of the back. In fact, it looks like here, like someone drove through some of the weeds because you can see how it was interrupted. Oh, we've lost someone. We've lost Weather. Nope, not Weatherman. We've lost Newbie. So we've got a 3-minute technical break here. Newbie can get back in. But yeah, so yep, Farming Simulator League is not on 22 yet, so we don't have a choice but to be on 19. But hey, it works great. It's been some changes for Season 4, and we're just glad that we could have a season. But hopefully in the future, that'll change. Yeah, sorry, Weatherman. I just assumed that it was your internet. How rude. But yeah, so teams ignore the patches of weeds. So that's, don't worry about, like, see this little bit missed here too. Like, it's all about speed. There's more grain than you'll be able to harvest through an entire round. In fact, if you do harvest all of the grain in a round somehow, you're not going to win because you're not, like, scoring points. So, I mean, it's good to harvest the grain. The more straw you get put down, the more bales you can press. But, oh, Weatherman, no! I think that was some lag maybe on my end. It looked like it was still spilling out there. Yeah, Hendrik, it's really great. And that's why, like, we usually try to limit the amount of observers. Like, even for these streams, I've had people be like, hey, can I observe? And, like, if it gets too out of hand, because if an observer disconnects, it does the same thing. So the less people in, the better. But it is a really nice feature to be able to allow players to get back in. Especially with Season 4, it's going to be online only. So, you know, people will have the guys from SGA who are on the red team right now. They'll be playing from North America on European servers. So they're going to have some ping issues that they're going to have to live with. And there'll probably be some disconnects here and there too. But it is nice for them to be able to get back in and complete it. All right. Oh, we have I completely like spaced on the 8th minute drops. We had bridges lowered and speed up. So those are pretty self-explanatory. Speed up is a buff for your team compared to speed limit, which is a debuff for your opponent. Bridges lowered is gonna lower the bridges. And that's actually a good one for both teams to get right now because both teams have the bottleneck team perk, which raises these two bridges here. This one on the left and this one right here, those are raised like the entire round when you pick that team perk for your opponent, that is. So they both picked it. They both had those bridges raised the entire round. But now for, you know, 180-ish seconds or more, they'll be down and lowered. Okay, we've got the blue team right here at their, if I can get turned around the right way. The blue team's delivering grain. They've got the grain chain in action. They've got two ideals over here. 17,500 liters the ideal tank holds. So a good bit of grain to flip the multiplier in their advantage. Again, if you're new to the FSL or you're just still trying to learn it, if you look up here in the middle of the screen, you see the scores, and then there's a little yellow box. That's each team's multiplier. You increase your multiplier by delivering grain to your silo, and then you'll score 10 points multiplied by your multiplier for any bale put into the upper part of the barn. Any bales put into the bottom part of the barn are 10 points, except for like a couple of special scenarios, like first bale, or if the bottom boost comes in the super drop at minute 4. Okay. Let's turn ghost mode back on, just so we can see, like, we've got Newbie coming in with the Fant Baler with some bales on the back. NBC's bringing them in 2 at a time on the front of the John Deere. I'm guessing that was fun to see because their bridges lowered was still active. Normally, when you drive over a bridge, it raises it for you and your opponent. But because the blue team still has bridges lowered active, it was down for them. But in ghost mode, it just looked like they literally ghosted over the moat. That was actually fun. Okay, so Spencer is out in the harvester. We're a minute away from the super drop. Big Daddy's bringing some more bales in. NBC stacking them up. The red team has a significant lead here. And they have the advantage in bales. So the blue team now, though, is scoring 26 points per bale into the top. And the red team is scoring 14 points per bale into the top. So 12 extra points per bale. But the problem is they just don't have enough bales to compete, and I'm not even sure like a super drop would save them. So NBC has the easy stack player perk, which it widens the hitbox of the upper barn. If I were to switch to the blue team's barn, you'll see without the perk, that's the width of the doors that you get. With the perk, that's the width. So NBC has been using this, and it's interesting because previously, before Season 4, last season, there was a team perk that no longer exists called Transport Company, and you could get an Anderson loader spawn that would hold 14 bales. And you could actually back the loader up directly to the belt. You needed Easy Stack as your player perk, and then you could unload all 14 onto the belt at the same time if you had the skill for it. It's not as easy as it sounds. But that doesn't exist anymore, but NBC's found a way to still utilize Easy Stack as a player perk, just to make sure that his bales are going to make it in. It's cool to see like how things are changing and teams are starting to figure out, how they're going to have to tweak their play styles with some of the changes coming to Season 4. Oh, by the way, completely again spaced on the drops. The super drop came and went quickly. Yeah, so apologies for that. But it was bottom boost. So for the blue team, they can actually put bales into the bottom of the barn and score the same amount that they would get with their multiplier into the top. Unfortunately for them, the red team is countering and delivering some grain, so their multiplier has gone down a bit. And they're also struggling to get them into the bottom. Yeah, just get those into the bottom, guys. Matza, get in there. Yeah, see, 21 points. Newbie sends one flying. Matza grabbing another one. That's helped a little bit. So bottom boost, if you're ready for it, you have a lot of bales stacked up. It can be absolutely game-changing at the end. Unfortunately, the blue team was just so far behind from the get-go. They fell behind on the first bale. So the bottom boost you just saw and the first bale, which is all about delivering one bale as fast as you can, and that'll determine how many points you score for it. So the red team had a 141 just on their first bale. So far the blue team have only scored 108 points more than that. Outside of like what they've had to put it all in. But yeah, the red team was off to a good start and looking like they're going to coast to this victory. They still have the bale advantage. They do need to be careful, but I think that's about to end. The blue team, if you look bottom left, you can see each team's bale combo streak. If you get 10, 15, 20, 25 in a row without reply from your opponent, you get bonus points. Your opponent can also counter those at different times and get counter points instead. But yeah, that wasn't even going to be enough to save them. And here, NBC just keeps stacking them on 2 at a time with the John Deere 6120M. This is a really good stacker in the FSL with the manure fork. You can easily grab 2 and sometimes 3 bales with this thing. Look at that. Nicely done by NBC. This is why this is banned a lot in the pick and ban phase, because it is very handy to have that. It's just more stable across the front. You don't have to be as precise with where the forks are. And it's going to be the red team winning the first matchup of the night, 622 to, what was it, 303? Oh, 331. So yeah, wow. Look at the difference in bales, especially the top of the barn. 26 to 7. Delivered grain, the blue team had more, but it didn't really matter that much. The bottom boost helped the red team a little bit, but all right. Lag is horrible tonight. It was, wow, weatherman, that's awful. Sorry you have to deal with that. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
guys.
GG's.
Hello, guys.
All right. So, we have some new people in here that we need to get in and let them play. What'd you say, Weatherman?
Said well done to the team playing.
Yeah,
Good
GG.
point.
Okay. Do we have volunteers to sit out? How many new people do we have?
I will. I'll
I
sit.
can sit out.
Yep, same.
I'll sit out this one as well. I'm lagging too much.
I'll sit out as well.
Well, if everyone doesn't need to sit out, but how
All right,
about
I was second on the list. NBC was first. I was second. So.
Yeah, so let's just have SGA sit out since they're in the U.S. anyways, for one thing,
Yeah.
and they were the first
Yes.
ones to volunteer. And then I think that means the other three that just played on the other team, and then the three newcomers can all get in and play.
Can I
so-
play with Eldros?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys will be the start of blue team. I'll find you a third. And then everyone else, Lixmao, are you ready? You in here? You good to go? Good to see you, by the way.
Yeah. Lexma's ready. I'll join up next game. I'm downloading Farming Simulator.
Oh, you're
So
not ready
I
yet?
won't
Okay.
play
No,
right
I'm
now.
not- I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
ready.
yeah.
You're not ready either?
Yeah. I need to
Okay.
upgrade my FSL. So
Oh, okay. Well then, that means that some of you from SGA need to step back in. So how about we're gonna split you guys up. I'll go with
Matsu.
Yeah, okay,
Go.
works for me. And then Newbie said you'd sit out, so did Weatherman though, but one of you needs to play now. So let's go NBC, Spencer, and how about we go with Newbie with them. Are you good to play, Newbie?
All right, yeah, cool.
All right. Cool. Easy enough. Everyone sits out. Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on with that. It seems like it's not just like due to location. There's been some lag. What's up, Spanner? Games are pretty good so far. Just getting started. We've only had one. So I guess how's the game? The game was great. I hope the games will be too. This is the start of our second one now. Okay. Well, so I've split SGA up here. We've got Big Daddy on the blue team, and then Spencer and NBC are on the red team. And then we've got some newcomers that are still updating their... Not newcomers to the FSL, but for Season 4, I've not seen them around. So they have to get their client updated and the like. What's up, Bad Farmer? How you doing? All right. It's nice to just hang out, chill on Friday night. Watch some FSL. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the chat. We're doing Farming Simulator League open lobby scrimmages tonight. Anyone's welcome to join, so feel free to come on in. You need FS19 on PC, and then you need to sign up on the FSL website, download the FSL client, get it installed, and then join the FSL Scrim Discord, and we'll pull people in. Oh, nice. You have a 3-day weekend camo. Cool. Okay. I'm hoping. It's been like crazy windy a lot here recently. I'm hoping that's not the case tomorrow because we're going to go for a bike ride, my wife and I. Other than that, not a whole lot of plans. Probably a bike ride on Sunday to the store as well, like a different type of bike ride. One for function, not for fun. All right. So, this time, we have the blue team going with Unstoppable for their team perk. The red team's gone with Bottleneck. So Unstoppable means that your conveyor belt's 50% faster and will never stop, and your opposing team's belt is 50% slower. You also have to pay attention to the amount of grain you're delivering to keep it in that state. So there's a little bit of extra strategy that goes with it. We've also got Elroads and Spencer both going with Under Pressure. That allows them as a player perk to press bales for less amount of straw. That John Deere 6120M, like I said, it gets banned a lot. NBC was using it. It's been banned. He has to go with the Lindner Lintrack, which also has a manure fork on it. So he still had that as an option. He's gone with the Easy Stacked player perk again to widen the hitbox of the upper barn door. And Big Daddy's gone with Archimedes Plus Plus. So Big Daddy might not be delivering first bale in this team. He's kind of the de facto first bale guy for SGA. It's going to be interesting to see him play something different here. Mats has gone with the New Holland T6 and the runner perk, which allows him to run really fast on foot. It's really helpful to like leave a piece of equipment at the silo and run and grab something else, or even like to grab the drops, you have to be on foot. So it's useful in that scenario as well. All right, so let's get this thing started. So these pods here, each piece of equipment can only be claimed by one team. So I'll turn ghost mode on. We'll see if there's going to be any fight for any equipment. We've not had any yet, and it doesn't look like we're going to this time either. We have NBC for the red team grabbing the Ideal Combine. L. Rhodes has grabbed the Case Baler. Mats has grabbed the New Holland Combine. The Corona Baler for Spencer, aka Wadwalla. Newbie's got the Fent Baler as well. So the red team already getting 2 balers down. That's not a bad strategy at the beginning of a round, but instead of working your way back to get one after the fact. So we've got Spencer and L. Rhodes setting off to deliver the first bale. So this is one of the 2 scenarios in a round, potentially, that you'll want to deliver the bale to the bottom part of the barn rather than the top. This is all about speed, getting there quicker and unloading it. L. Rhodes has been able to do a drive-by flick unload. Spencer with that bigger Vultra, it is tough to get through there with those big tractors, so he got stuck a little bit there at the beginning. I'm not really sure that he doesn't have a full bale either, I don't think. Oh, yeah, he does. Here it comes now. He was unable to get it unloaded there. So really, not the smoothest delivery by Odwalla, but a very, decent gap there. 20 points, closer in the first bale than it was last time. 20 points can easily be made up throughout the 15-minute round. So we've got 13 minutes to go, only 2 minutes in. Blue team is running 2 combines. L Rhodes is doing the baling for them. See what the red team is doing. Same thing. 2 combines. Spencer, just coming back from the first bale, has left his baler over on the edge of the field. He is now going to grab their grain cart and get it out of the field here. So he doesn't have narrow tires on this, so if he drives through the crop like he did there, that'll slow him down a little bit. Not too bad. Looks like Newbie is really close to being full, so Spencer needs to get out here with the grain cart, and it looks like he is just going to drop it right there. They might switch to this tractor for it, would be my guess. He's going to go back for the baler. They need to get some bales down. Thanks for sharing that, KW. Much appreciated. What's up, Tony? How you doing? Yeah, NBC's full now. Big Daddy, meanwhile, for the blue team, is full in the ideal already. Matza is just going to go ahead and drop some of his grain so he can keep pressing or putting straw down through the swath. It's all about getting that straw down early to pay off later. Hey, Chelsea, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, the ghost mode is cool. Yeah, I use it more here, like in the scrim streams, than they will in like an official tournament. But like in the official tournaments, there's someone who's actually producing, and like I just have to talk for the official tournaments, right? I don't also have to press the buttons. The talented team on the production team do that for us. So yeah, ideally, you would just be, oh, here we are, we're watching this camera, we're watching this camera, and they have all the cameras up. They can see where the action is happening before they switch it into the broadcast. So the ghost mode is really cool, though, in my opinion, for these kind of moments. And they do use them on official broadcasts at like the end of a round, like when you're at the end of a round, close game in an official tournament, and you're at the barn, right? You can turn the ghost mode on, and you can actually see like how many bales each team has at the barn. If they're loading them on the top, where are they? Like, this is where all the action is in the late game, right? All the action early game is out in the field here. They're harvesting so they can get the grain delivered to the silo and increase their multiplier, and also put straw down through the swath that they can come by and press into bales so they can score points. So right now, all the action's out here. Tony. So still good news, by the way, there, Tony. Oh, Spencer is stuck on the bridge. Oh, thought he was going for a ride for a second. Oh, no. Yeah, that's not good, because he came down off the bridge, but now he's stuck on the advertising board. He's going to have to nudge it out of the way. I'm secretly wishing that bridge would start to come back down right now. No offense to Odwalla, but, I like good entertainment for the folks at home. But he's able to get it unstuck. So nice little save there. Okay, NBC is about to catch this bridge over. Oh, the bales go flying. Congrats, Tony. Congrats, buddy. All right, Newbie in the case, harvesting away. Both of the combines for the blue team, well, 2 of the 3, I should say, are unloading into the grain cart. Big Daddy, meanwhile, is in the John Deere harvesting. It's nice to see Big Daddy getting some, some game time in the scrims. I know he does it outside of these streams because the SGA are doing their own scrims at least twice a week. So you got to practice everything, but I'm just so used to seeing Big Daddy be the first bale guy. This is FS19, actually. The Farming Simulator League tournament client is not yet on FS22. So for Season 4, it'll continue to be on FS19. Season 4 starts 2 weeks from tomorrow. All right, we are seconds away from the 8-minute drop. Direct delivery and bail drop. So direct delivery will actually add to your multiplier as you're harvesting. So if you're going to pick this one up, you need to make sure that someone is actively harvesting, preferably 2. Bail drop will drop a bail like this right here. Just appeared when Matza picked that up. So blue team went with bail drop. Red team went with bail drop. They both now have just a handy little extra bail sitting nearby that they can deliver. In fact, because the red team are trailing, they got 2 on their drop. So that's nice. NBC was going to load these up. So they have fallen victim to their team, their opponent's team perk, which is unstoppable. And if we go to the red team silo real quick, I'm not sure if someone was just here. Yeah, so Newbie was just here delivering grain. And this is something that you have to watch out for when your opponents have unstoppable. You can't deliver grain over 2.4 or you'll stop your own belt. So if the blue team wanted to now, they could decide to not deliver any grain and just keep this belt shut down, because they're only getting 15 points per bale, but the red team has no option now but to put theirs into the bottom, which means they're going to get 10 points per bale. So the blue team has the advantage here. They just have to keep on doing their thing. Did I just hear an Xbox notification sound? Did you guys hear that? Need to turn that off on PC. You did, Camo? Yeah. Yep. Definitely on my end. Okay, so the blue team, they just, like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get more points per bale. That's actually good news for the red team. Like, they are trailing now in the multiplier, but at least their belt's not broken. So, like, win some, lose some. The red team has slightly more grain left at the moment, but they are trailing in the multiplier. Okay. So we've got Matza and L Rhodes here, working with the bales at the blue team's barn. Let's switch over to the red team's barn. I love that button too, the mirror. You can just mirror to the other team's, like the same exact view with one push of the button for the observer mode. Oh, look, now we're looking at the blue team's barn and the red team's barn. Lots of bales stacked up for the red team at the barn already. That's partly due to their belt being shut down. They didn't want to deliver anymore. The blue team just had a bale drop off. That's Matza stacking them on. So we've got Matza for the blue team, NBC for the red team, stacking bales. We're 25 seconds away from the super drop. Newbie is back at the red team's silo, delivering grain, and had just enough to even things back out at 2-2. So this super drop could be crucial. Is it going to be this spot or the one on the far side? Far side, for the blue team, it's 20 bale points. For the red team, it's 70. But no one in the red team was ready to go for that. So the blue team is going to grab it. L Rhodes gets it. That's 20 points just added to the board. Easy as you like for the blue team. That 70, if the red team could have got it, would have been a huge help. Would have put them back in contention. But there wasn't anyone anywhere near it. The blue team were ready and pounced on it. So, if, barring any major crazy disasters, I think the blue team are going to win here. I would be really surprised if that were not the case. The red team has more bales like sitting at their barn at the moment, but they're kind of all strewn about as well. So it's not going to exactly be easy for NBC to gather these. He's having to gather them, for the most part, one at a time. So he's not gaining any ground on Matza here. These he can pick up 2 at a time. Of course, he does have the easy stack player perk, so the hitbox of the upper barn door is a lot wider in comparison. There's the blue teams without it, and the red teams with NPC's easy stack. That doesn't last, like, the range of that isn't too far. Like, if he came back, like, around here or so, this, like, first little dirt spot, it would close back and be that smaller hitbox. 547 to 360. Blue team in the lead at the moment. 2 bales going up for L Rhodes. That one is probably going to fall off. There it goes. You can see kind of the advantage here of that bigger hitbox at the top. The blue team's belt is going faster with they have the unstoppable team perk, so theirs is 50% faster. Their opponent's the same percentage slower. Hello, Real Shadow. How you doing? Oh, the red team's back at the silo, delivering some more grain. I'm not sure that's enough, really, to get them back in it. Interesting, though, to see that kind of late in the round. Look how much faster the blue bales are going up the belt compared to the red teams. I'm doing well, thank you, Shadow. 6:03 to 4:22. Blue team leads. 1:18 to go. And the blue team looking pretty good. They've avoided any kind of crazy accidents, bringing their bales in. They should be good. So slow. So slow. NBC, you're right there, bud. For some reason, the red team has a baler streak with 30 seconds to go. Not sure that's necessary. Yeah, see, now NBC's far enough away that door closed. Spencer trying to get a few more into the bottom. So, blue team's going to take this one. Big Daddy with the bragging rights against his SGA teammates on the other team. All right. So our second one of the night has come and gone. Why Farming 19? Well, the Farming Simulator League esports arena is not yet on Farming Simulator 22. Pretty simple. Really? That's why? Over 700. Yeah, that's a pretty good Scrims score. With Transport Company, we used to see them higher. But, of course, that doesn't exist now in Season 4. So that's kind of changed things. What's up, Miguel? Good to see you. Okay. Cool. Round 2 of the night is done. We have OEG. A couple of their members are in. Let's see if they're ready. Let's get in the waiting lobby here.
And
GG's, everyone.
GG.
GG's.
What's our gentleman's agreement, Malta?
To give up grain from our side.
Ah.
Yeah, I saw you were stopped.
We
I'm
don't
like,
want to stop the bad for the other team.
OEG, are you guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, cool. Let's get you two in. We'll give you a teammate. I'll go ahead and pull you into the blue room. Anyone want to join those guys who just set out? Everyone else just played. Tornado's new.
I think newbie gets bailed so he can be prioritized.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's fine by me. Tornado, you ready to play?
Yep.
Okay. Let's give Tornado with Big Daddy and NBC.
Okay.
You guys teach Tornado the ropes here. I think this is your first time playing now, right? Tornado coming up.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, teach him the ways, and then who wants to join the other team? Newbie?
I can wait 1-1.
I don't know if newbie.
I'm lagging a bit in that server, so I'm gonna sit a few out.
Okay.
And Weatherman, I think.
Yeah, I
I'll
can jump
play.
in there if I got a space.
All right, Weatherman it is then. Cool.
Okay.
Talk to you all in a bit. Everyone's so easy to get along with. I like it. It's never difficult to organize these scrims because it's just like, let him play. I'll sit out. Okay. All right. Let me get in here. Good morning, Pylon. How you doing? Good to see you. Team NATO. Okay. Get myself in as observer. It's nice as we have been bringing these back. I think this is 3 weeks now. Maybe it's 4. I think it's 3. It's nice to see, people coming back and playing the FSL, the official tournament 2 weeks away. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. How many hours do I personally have on FS19? I have no clue because I played it on like so many different platforms. The same with 22. Honestly, don't know. I played the Giants version a lot too, so that's not really tracked. Hello, Sky Woman. How are you? All right, we're just waiting on the other two from the blue team. Hello, Simi. How are you? Getting the other two the password in case they didn't have it. Okay. We're already an hour into the stream. Look at that. Well, you know what, Real Shadow? That just sounds like you need new friends. Only joking, of course. But, fair enough. People like what they like. But if you, get to know the Farm Sim community, you'll probably meet some people. Pretty welcoming. In our official Discord, there's actually like a channel for people to be able to look for others to play with. So feel free to give that a try. Skywoman, we actually have the official Farming Simulator League. The tournament for the first 3 seasons, now going into the 4th, is broadcast from Germany. And usually on Wednesdays on our German channel on Twitch, Giant Software DE, and then the channels that we're live on Facebook and YouTube right now, for the FSL Esports. Jenny, from the German office, does these scrimmage streams in German. So feel free to check one of those out. I think they're Wednesdays, like it's usually more like evening time in Germany that they start. So the Discord server, I think this is the right command if it'll work. There we go. It works on Twitch at least. I'll copy it for everyone else. Yeah, and then if you want on Twitch, Skywoman, that should be the channel, our German channel, that the German scrims take place on. And then when there's official tournaments, we have the English broadcast on this channel and the German broadcast over on the DE channel. So you guys need any help?
Okay, yeah, I'm joining.
Okay, cool.
In 2 minutes.
All right, cool. For now, we just talk. We're just waiting on Murtical from OEG to get in to the captain spot on the blue team. So there will be a live podcast next week, broadcast right here on this channel. Should be, I think Lars will be back for this one. He was on vacation during the last recorded podcast that came out last week. But he'll be back. It should be myself and Chalky and Lars all on the live podcast. Not really sure exactly what we're going to talk about at this moment. Do, though, expect there to be a Q&A at the end. We always seem to have these when we do the live podcasts. That'll be on Tuesday, probably around 11 a.m. Eastern time or so, which is 5 p.m. Central European time. We'll have a Q&A at the end. I already have gathered some feedback and some questions about the Precision Farming DLC, and Stefan Marus from Giant Software. He's like our lead vehicle integrator, gameplay programmer. He was kind of he was the lead guy on the Precision Farming project on our side, working closely with John Deere and EIT and all the other partners of that. So he answered some of those already. We'll talk about those as well. Some good information in there. I saw Tony in here a bit ago. If he's still around, he actually was one of the first ones that came to me and said, I have some questions. So we have some answers. We'll share that on Tuesday. As far as what else is going to be in the podcast, the live podcast on Tuesday, not so sure. But come check it out. And then, yeah, should be scrims next week as well. Yeah, so when I got hired, Miguel, last year, I started in July. And one of the first things that, like, they told me I would be doing was, because they already have the German scrims that they do on Wednesdays, and Chalky would have to stay up later and work Fridays like I'm doing now, but in his time zone. So he was like, we want you to take it over because we want, the FSL to grow more in the Western Hemisphere. And we knew that we could shift it to like a time like we are doing it now so that we can start to include the Western Hemisphere. And then we still have the late nighters that join us, the established players from Europe too. So, here we go. I'm hosting these scrims right now from my home in the U.S. Soon we'll have the office open, though. The Giants office in the U.S. will be open in a couple of weeks. Officially, it sounds like. I'm not going to believe it until we have the keys because it was delayed. I was supposed to be going next week, but that was delayed. So, yeah, we're supposed to get our keys on the 16th. Fingers crossed. We'll be doing some scrim streams from there. The actual broadcasts are currently based in Europe, but we do have some American players that'll be playing in Season 4. Since all of the tournaments, except maybe for the final, the World Championship at the end of the season, will be online. But hopefully in the future, we can get more interest in this part of the world, the Western Hemisphere, so that we can start to have, a proper World Championship, like Europe against North America or South America or whatever. The more the merrier, in my opinion. North America is kind of like the next one that we're trying to focus on. But again, because I'm one of only 2 Giants employees in the Western Hemisphere at this point, I feel like I represent a pretty a large swath of land from, the frigid temperatures of Canada all the way down to the different pole but still frigid temperatures of southern Chile. So from North Pole to South Pole in the Western Hemisphere, I feel like I'm pretty much representing at this point. But Raven of Doom, to expand on that more, there will be a chance for some potential out of the circuit special FSL events in the US this year. So cross your fingers for that. That won't be towards the circuit points for Season 4. There may or may not be prize money that's separate from the prize money pool of Season 4 at stake. I don't really know the details. Basically, it's just one of those things. It's we want to do this and we hope that it happens. And it looks possible. So that'd be cool. And hopefully... Oh, no, Tornado. Oh, well. Tornado... You are now officially a Farming Simulator League Arena player because you messed up and you're stuck with the forklift. But you know what? I think that's okay because Tornado is going to be harvesting anyways, I would imagine. And I did it just a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't my first game. So, trial by fire for Tornado here. You should try, Raven. You should try. Buying nothing, this is your first time? That happens a lot. Farming Simulator, of course, has been around a lot longer than the Farming Simulator League. So that's kind of natural. Tornado, hit shift to sprint. You have the runner perk. You should be going way faster. Run, Tornado. He's just out for a stroll. But yeah, we get that a lot. People discover it, and they're like, wait, what? This is awesome. Even people that don't play Farming Simulator have the same reaction during official tournaments. It's really cool to see. He needs a bike. He has the runner perk, so he should be able to sprint. We're gonna not, you know what? Let's not put the pressure on Tornado. We won't focus on him too much. He's just getting the lay of the land here in his first ever round. First bale delivered by Big Daddy, I assume. Yep. For 133, blue team, Lix Mal following it up pretty soon after, 129. Okay. I'm so excited for Season 4 to officially start. I was hanging out in Virtual Farmer's stream earlier. He is one of the other casters that does the English language broadcast with me. And he's super excited too. So it's going to be really fun to be able to hang out with him and chat and go crazy when wild stuff happens in an official tournament. There was an after-hours gaming league, and we played Overwatch against teams from Boeing, Adobe, and Tesla, and more, and it was fun. But our team just had too many salty, overly competitive players. But you know what? Like, the FSL, like, this is obviously for practice, for fun, these streams, but the official tournaments, there's prize money at stake. Throughout Season 4, there'll be, you know, good bit of prize money, similar to last year. So there's stuff at stake. Circuit points, too. The higher you finish in the regular season, the better your seeding for the World Championship. There's other prizes, too. Like, last year, we had Noble chairs as a sponsor, so the winning team would also get a chair. Like, and it was a running joke for a while because Trelleborg won they've won Season 2 and 3 now back-to-back. But they also dominated a lot of the individual events. They didn't win every single individual tournament, but they won a lot of them. And there's only like 5-6 players in their team, but they had to win like 9 or 10 or 8 or 9 chairs, I would say, somewhere around there. So it was like they're gonna have like 2 chairs apiece at this rate. But yeah, like, it's competitive, but people get along. I know that some people are bummed that it's going to be an online event and there aren't going to be any in-person tournaments, because a lot of the players, even if they aren't on the same team, they've gotten to know each other and they're friendly. Both teams have gone with direct delivery in the 12th minute drop. That just increases your multiplier as you're harvesting. You can see the red team is harvesting. Here's NBC going to town. Tornado as well. And the multiplier bar under the score, but above the yellow bar, is increasing as they harvest. So they're up to 2.2 now. This doesn't last super long, but it's a nice little way to get an extra boost in your multiplier. Well done, Aquatoast. Well done. Kudos to you for that pun. But yeah, these guys from SGA, we've got Big Daddy and NBC. They're both on the east coast of the U.S. They're going to be, SGA will be participating in the official tournaments this year. So they're going to deal with the ping and the crazy hours, getting up at 1, 2 a.m. I guess for them it's more like 3, 4 a.m. that they have to get up, but they have fallen in love with the FSL, which is really cool to see. So they're willing to deal with that for now in hopes that, you know, next season there'll be a U.S. circuit. Looks like Tornado might be about to dump the grain on the ground. Tornado, first ever game of the FSL. Still learning the ropes here. So teams sometimes do this. We saw it for like a completely different strategy that can no longer happen in Season 4. So I won't even talk about that. But teams are still dumping their grain so that they can keep putting straw down, because the more straw you can get down, the more bales you can press, the more bales you can get into the barn, the more points you'll score. So it makes sense. And this keeps you from having to, you know, go grab the grain cart, wait a bit. Like, you can just keep putting that straw down. So they're avoiding the weed patches for one. In the FSL, they'll slow you down big time and also won't output straw, kind of like this bit here. They'll be kind of like, you know, really tiny bits of straw, not a nice long line. So it's all about speed. So you'll see teams will leave patches of weeds. Sometimes patches get left just because they're turning as well. A lot of the times, like, teams won't even bother trying to get right up against the edge, because it's better to leave some on the edge and make sure you're getting every little bit of your cutter bar covered as possible. Hello, Paul, on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch tonight. So if it's confusing and you're like, is he talking to himself? Well, maybe sometimes. But I might be talking to the other channel. Okay, NBC is stacking some bales on for the red team. Red team in a slight lead. They got the lead in the multiplier, 2.2 to 1.8. But look at the bottom left. You can see the bail point, or the bail difference, the bail count, 17 to 10 for the blue team. So they have the points out there to kind of, close the distance in the score. Our 8th minute drops are out. We've got grain multiplier and bail drop. I think for the red team, it's 2 bales for the bail drop. For the blue team, it's 1. That'll put bales directly in their barn area. Grain multiplier, however, if you're ready to deliver grain, which Weatherman is, he's right nearby. So this is going to increase for Weatherman 1.5 times. It's going to increase this multiplier as he puts grain in. Problem is that he stopped his own team's belt because the other team has unstoppable, so he needed to not go over 2.4. So it's kind of backfired a bit. That's something that I'm still learning. It's new. It's a strategy you have to think about in Season 4, now that you can't just rely on Transport Company all the time. Oh, and a Bale-tastic, meanwhile, for the red team. So that is 50 combo points right there for the red team. For the Bale-tastic. Yeah, I didn't turn the relay thing on, Camo, because I didn't set it up before I went live and then wasn't worried about it after the fact. So yeah, the blue team right now cannot use their belt. They have a 3-to-1 multiplier advantage, but they can't utilize it, sadly, for them. So this is something that we're going to see a lot, I think, in Season 4. Unstoppable being used. Probably teams picking Unstoppable because they think the other team will pick Unstoppable to, cancel each other out. Teams will usually as well, harvest this bit of this small field and then this bigger chunk of the big field so that they're closer to the barn to get their bales in. 400 to 149. Red team in the lead. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. So the red team, Big Taddy put some into the bottom there. It doesn't really matter for the red team right now. Their multiplier is 1, so they'd get the same amount into the top as they are the bottom. So just get them into the bottom. Why not? If they could get 5 more in, the blue team are around. They need to push some of these in. There we go. Vertical now just pushing them in. So I know that it was announced this week. A little bit of news. Here I was thinking there wasn't any news to share. But Nitrado is back as a Season 4 sponsor. Sorry for if you guys hear the train horn outside. I think because of the high winds they've been blowing it, they're usually not really doing it that much. But yeah, the horn is just happy out there at the moment. Going crazy. All right, we got the super drop incoming here. Ooh, a Bale-tastic for the blue team now. That's interesting. So bottom boost is our super drop. This would be massive for the blue team if they can get it. And I think they're gonna. Because they have a 3 times multiplier, but they shut their own belt down. They've not been able to take advantage of it yet. But they also just scored their bales for the bale points. They have some more here, though. Myrtical now just trying to push 3 in at a time here. So 30 points per bale into the bottom with that. Nice pickup for them. Although he only got 1 in, and then the other 2 got stuck. But he's got 24 seconds and ticking off to get these in. There you go. 3 in a row. That's really closed the gap. 470 to 429. The problem now, though, is there are no more bales for the blue team at the barn. Here comes Lix Mal with some more, but he's going to run out of time on the bottom boost. He's going to try to get the one in the front on. Very nicely done. Just with time expiring, got one more in. That's crucial. They're 11 points behind now. They have the bales here at the barn to get the lead if they want to put those in. 2:44 to go. Let's see. Our ghost mode is on. So, like, the red team also does not have any bales. I'm really surprised that he didn't just go ahead and push these two in, but he also wants to go back out and press more. Murdical is out with the John Deere 6120M gathering bales with no baler, so Murdical needs to come in and score these, and the blue team can go into the lead. What's going on with NBC over here? I think NBC has dropped his weight, and he's overloaded on the front of the 6120M here. So those two were in. 490 to 459. The red team needed to get those two in. Here comes Murdical, though. 2 in, 1 flying off. He's got 3 more here, though. This is more than enough to give them the lead with 1:45 to go. Tornado is just... Because Tornado, in his first ever game, accidentally got stuck with the forklift, there's not much he can do, really, except just keep practicing and harvesting away. So that's what he's doing. The blue team now into the lead. 1:20 to go. They have the bale advantage now. The red team don't have any at the barn currently. Lix Mal's brought 2 in on the front and 2 on the back of the Fent baler. Weatherman is coming in with the Coon baler and probably a couple more bales. Both teams crashing into the barn at this point. We're getting a raid at the moment. Welcome, Raiders. Sorry with my restream, I don't have alerts and stuff on. So feel free to let me know who that raid was from. All right. 35 seconds to go. This is a close one. The blue team has another bale there, though. And the red team are now out. Oh, Big Daddy! You all right there, Big Daddy? Into the moat for Big Daddy. Hey, Gunmetal, thanks for that raid, buddy. Much appreciated. How are you doing? Were you playing Farming Simulator? Oh, you know what? I think the red team are just having some fun. They're just having some fun. Blue team wins this one. Our third one of the night. Fun stuff so far. 579 to 550. That one was pretty close. The bottom boost flipped that for sure. Because for almost that entire round, the blue team had shut their own belt off. And so they had a 3-to-1 multiplier advantage, but they were unable to take advantage of it because they couldn't get them into the upper part of the barn because they shut their own belt down by going too high over it with Unstoppable in play. So all 31 into the bottom, but they scored, what, 5 or 6 probably? Maybe 4 or 5. They scored with the bottom boost active, which was, 4 times 30. That was 120 points right there. I mean, that definitely made the difference. I love when the bottom boost super drop shows up in a close game because that can happen easily. It's a very fun super drop to see show up. In an official tournament too, like, that could make or break you. All right. I'm going to take a quick little break, and then I'll be back, like 2-3 minutes maximum. Be back with some more games here in just a moment. All right. That wasn't so bad, was it? FS11. That's awesome. Anyone else in the world still do FS11? Well, you do, from the sound of it. That's great, though. Hey, Weatherman. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking through all the ping issues and such in your part of the world and being a great sport and a great member of the community. It's always awesome to have you around. And have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you soon. All right, everybody.
Hey.
GG's again.
GG's.
All right. Well, looks like the OEG guys maybe have gone. So. Oh, second game was actually great with little ping issues, so that's good to hear, Weatherman. Maybe it just took a second. The server coming back up. All right, so. We've got 3, 6, 7 people in here at the moment. So who didn't just play?
Spencer did not. Elrodes and Matza.
I'll sit out.
Yeah, I mean, I can sit too. No biggie.
Okay,
No,
cool.
I said it first.
I think Newbie set out, Elrodes set out, right? So.
Yep, Spencer sat out. Or Alwala sat out.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Let's
everybody knows me.
Yeah, I had a hard time being like, okay, I need to say Aldwalla because people are like, who the heck's Spencer? Probably watching this.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So, Skywoman, have a great night. Thanks for being here. So let's get Spencer in the blue team, and then we'll build from there. L Rhodes, you want to join Spencer?
Yes, I know.
And Matza?
Yes.
And Spencer?
Let's do this.
Matza, Spencer, L Rhodes. Newbie, are you there? You want to play?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I actually got to make a
I
phone call.
restarted
So
my
I'll
game,
sit.
so hopefully it's working.
Okay. Well, let's actually. Yeah, this is fun. NBC, teach Tornado the ropes again, and
Okay.
we'll put Newbie and the literal Newbie with you. Newbie by name and Newbie by experience with you in Team Red.
Maybe I'll get a tractor this time. Huh?
Yeah. Well, hey, don't worry. I did it like last week or the week before, and I've played more than one
I'm not
game.
sure. Is it like I picked the runner perk, but then it wouldn't let me pick the tractor. I suppose you've got to pick them both before you confirm.
Yeah, you got to pick them both and then confirm.
That's why.
And
'Cause
if
I
you
picked
run
the
out of
first one,
points
confirmed
too,
it, and then it wouldn't let me get the tractor. But never mind. First
yeah. See,
go.
and I've done it where I like accidentally double click, so I'll like click something and think that I have it locked in, and then don't pay attention, and it's not actually highlighted, and then I can, I confirm, and then
unclicked it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys will
Right,
be red team. Drag you down.
Okay.
All right. So what I love about these scrims, though, like I try to encourage people, because I've had some people say like, well, I've never played before. I'm not very good. I don't know what I'm doing. I've heard things like that before, but these are the perfect moments to get in here, because the community around Farming Simulator as a whole, as you would know if you've experienced it, overall pretty welcoming and helpful. It's the same with the Farming Simulator League. So you've got all kinds of differing levels of experience. Several years, several months, several minutes that people have played, and it's a really good place to just hang out. Do you want to win? Yeah, maybe. It's a good bar to know how you're improving, but at the end of the day, winning is not important with these open lobby scrims. It's all about meeting people, practicing, learning the strategies and things like that around the FSL. Hey, Big Tigger, how are you tonight? I'm doing well, thank you. And hello, Bahamin. Wait, is that really like a play on it? Like, did I pronounce it right? Because that's pretty hilarious if so. You've been playing Farm Sim since FS15 on PC and since FS14 on mobile. Nice, Miguel. Strategy is to win. Tony, did you hear what I said? Wait, what? The host removed you from the server? But I am the host. I didn't lock myself in. I was talking to you guys. It's my fault. And now I think I've missed out. So I'm going to have to kick these guys out so I can get in. Whoops. Oh, it's all good, Tony. Yep. Sorry, guys. I wasn't in. It's my fault. So I have to restart the server. So Tony, you sent me some questions, as did others, about precision farming. And we should be getting those answers out during the live podcast on Tuesday, right here on this Twitch channel, and also the Farming Simulator YouTube and Facebook channels as well. So I thought you would want to know that because you sent in a few questions. You should get some answers. Stefan Marus, who was the lead from our side for precision farming, was kind enough to go through the rather long list of questions. Like, he was like, this is a pretty long list. And I'm like, I could have just sent you Tony's and it would have just been a long list as well. Still waiting for this to show up. So yeah, I asked a few other people, and I think Chalky and Lars might be gathering some questions from like the German and European communities, and we're gonna answer some of those. There will probably still be like a live Q&A segment of the live podcast like there usually is, but I'm not sure how much time we'll have for like live questions. And also, like, we know precision farming because of Stefan. Like, we have the answers that he provided us, but no one knows it really better than him, right? And because he was the lead on it, he worked directly with the rest of the team that were working on precision farming and getting it in to FS22. So yeah, he was the one to go to. Really, Weatherman? That's cool. All right. Yeah, no, one went down only because of me, L Rhodes. We're good. We're good on one now. That was just a user error because I went in and then I was just talking to chat, having a good old time, and forgot to confirm myself as an observer. All right, Tornado. Team Tornado. Second game. Try to get a tractor if you can. It's helpful. Believe me, I know the pain. I've done it recently too. So Tony, do you know like officially like how your schedule is going to shift at this point, or are you still trying to figure that all out? Hello in Panama. How are you? Glad you're here. All right, we're into the ban phase. Red team's banned the Vulture S374. We've seen that used quite a bit tonight, so I'm not surprised to see it banned. Nights and weekends will be your streams now. Cool, buddy. All right, the Massey 9407. Telehandler is banned. Usually a team doesn't ban one telehandler right on cue without banning the other. There's only two in the FSL, so there's really no point in banning one if you're not going to ban both. So there they go. Bye-bye, telehandlers. And telehandlers have their like advantages and have in previous seasons, but I do feel like with Unstoppable being used a lot, that they could be a good counter to that, just in my brain. What do I know? I'm better at talking about it than playing it, but with Unstoppable, the belt could potentially be shut down for your team. But if you have the multiplier still in your advantage, you could use the telehandler almost, if you time it right. It's not easy, to get bales into the upper part of the barn still. So, who knows? Be interesting to see if anyone thinks of that. The blue team's gone with herbicide. They reserved the ideal combine. No baler reserved. Unstoppable team perk for the red team. The ideal harvester and the Corona baler. So the herbicide team perk for the blue team removes all the weeds from their fields, so they don't have to worry about driving around those patches. Unstoppable team perk for the red team, 50% faster conveyor belt for their team, 50% slower for their opponent. It can also, if they're not careful, they can shut their own down, but they can also shut their opponents down. So, yeah. Be interesting to see. The Case IH 240 CVX went under pressure for L Rhodes and Newbie, so look for them to do first bale. With the narrow tires, they can drive straight through the crop as well, as long as they have the right kind of baler behind them as well. All right, Miguel, have yourself a good night. Glad you got to hang out for a bit. I'll talk to you soon. Miguel, one of our newer additions to our Discord mod team. Mainly for our Spanish channels, but you'll also see him in the English ones as well. All right, here we go. It's time for another. Let's turn ghost mode on. We've not had a single fight for a piece of equipment yet tonight. And it doesn't really look like at this moment that we're going to have one this time either. Maybe right here. NBC, though, yeah, NBC just keeps on going. But now he's stuck. What's he going to do? Because this is locked on his side. He's going to have to get that unstuck somehow for later on. He's had to run up the hill and grab the John Deere because of that. Tornado's already set off with the ideal for the red team. The blue team, we've got Matza and their ideal. We've got L Rhodes with the John Deere baler on the back of the Case Puma 240. So, can drive through the crop here. So, narrow tires on the tractor, but not so much the case on the back. But he's not slowed down. It's pretty much acting like it as far as speed goes. So we've got L Rhodes coming in for the first bale. You can see how he was timing. He was already starting to unload it as he approached so that he could do that nice little flick. Just one smooth motion, unload it, score the points without stopping. This first bale is all about speed as Newbie comes in for the red team's first bale. A little bit of a different approach. Came in a little bit fast now and is not quite lined up properly. What's up, Taz? Hello, Bumblebee, as well. How are you both doing? Newbie is now getting it unloaded. So 130 to 100 are the first bale scores. Blue team, nice little advantage to start with. Well, look, this bale just precariously hanging out off the back of the John Deere. So we've got Matza and Spencer running combines for the blue team. Let's switch over to the red team. We've got Tornado and NBC doing the same for the red team. They're dumping their grain now as well so that they can keep laying down straw. Newbie with the Corona baler. Bailing away. Oh, nice. What did you upgrade to? What did you get? What's your new graphics card, Taz? Make us all, well, maybe not all of us, but most of us, you can make us jealous by letting us know. All right, we're seconds away now from the 12th minute drops. You're going to appear right here. That's Matza for the blue team. Bale drop for 1 bale. Silo closed for 97 seconds. So bale drop drops a bale at your barn to easily score. Silo closed will close your opponent's silo so they can't deliver grain. 30-60, nice. Very nice indeed. Newbie clipping the conveyor belt a little bit. Excuse my yawn there. I caught it before I became a full-blown yawn. There are no commands on Facebook, sadly, but what's up, Farmulator, a.k.a. Austin, a.k.a. Farmulator again. How you doing, buddy? NBC got the bale drop. So did the blue team. So both teams now with a bale. You can actually see like the ghost of the other team. It's like bale just barely there too. Same exact spot. They both have a bale now near their barn to easily score later on. So Newbie is bailing for the red team. NBC is running the combine, and someone must be. Oh, there's Tornado off in the distance, also running a harvester. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you. What's up, Pills Gaming on Twitch? So, yeah, again, I'm not talking to myself if you guys are confused. I didn't turn the relay on tonight, but we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. So I'm having conversations on, like, 2 different platforms at the moment. If YouTube wants to chime in, I can have one on all 3. So last year, was it? Yeah. Yeah, it was last year. Last January or February, I upgraded my processor, which was much needed. My 1080 Ti still does the job pretty much. But man, I would love to get my hands on an RTX in the next 9 to 12 months. Minimum. Or maximum. We'll see. They've been hard to find. I know that some of you have been finding them for MSRP, which is awesome. But we're getting ready to move, and we're saving up money for a down payment on a home. We're moving for the new Giants office in the US that'll be opening. So we're also keeping that in mind too. Nothing like too crazy purchase-wise until we get moved into our home. There you go, Hendrik. See, now we got a convo on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Now at the same time. Love it. All right, 50 seconds until the 8th minute drops. Let's bounce around to some different cameras here. Show you guys some different views. Let's go to the player cameras first and foremost. Let's watch L Rhodes for a bit. Looks like L Rhodes has some bales on the back of the case, LB436. And he's got 2 on the front as well. And a nice job driving over the bridge to keep those on. That's the one from the bale drop back there. The blue team has a lot sitting at their barn as well. Matza is trying to bring 3 more in. Let's switch to Matza real quick because he might get stuck on the barn if he's not careful. Nicely done, though. Good recovery by Matza. So a lot of bales at the barn currently for the blue team. Our 8th minute drops are out there somewhere. We've got bridges raised. Does exactly what it says for your opponent. This is a debuff. It'll raise their bridges. Crazy tool. It doesn't last long, but man, is it nice. It will increase, or however you want to look at it. It technically is like decreasing the amount of straw it takes to press a bale. So the blue team have that, and if we go look at like Spencer right now, look how quick these bales are coming out. It's only lasting for 5 more seconds. But I probably did this entire row with Crazy Tool active. So that is a nice little boost. The red team are not going to pick this up. They didn't have anyone in the area. They didn't want to take the time to get to it. And they didn't need to either. Look at the bale difference for the blue team right now compared to the red team. They have almost triple the amount of bales. Goodness. So that actually helped. I mean, they were already in the lead to begin with, but then Spencer was able to put down, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them right here with Crazy Tool. Like, look at these bales and how much further they are spaced apart. And then look at, like, this row with Crazy Tool. Pretty awesome. So the blue team are looking pretty good at the moment. Like, they are only ahead by 10 points, but they have way more points sitting out on the field right now. And in fact, L. Rhodes is about to score some of them at the barn right now. That was 1 in. There's 1 on the belt. He's unloading 3 more, and there's already 5 sitting there. Actually 6, because there's 1 hidden right here in the shade. And Spencer is bringing a couple of more in for the blue team. So it looks close right now, but the blue team is about to take off score-wise. Newbie taking time, making sure that lined up right to get across the bridge. This is one of my favorite cameras right here, the self-panning one at the barn. Pretty nice. So let's watch NBC stack some bales up. We're a minute away from the super drop. I'm not sure there's really any super drop here that can help the red team get back into this. They're in the lead right now, so it's crazy for me to be sitting here saying this, but they now have 16 less bales already pressed than the blue team. So if the blue team gets even half of those in, they're going to win. What's up, Mantra on Twitch? How you doing? Okay. Let's jump around some of the players now. There's L. Rhodes. Blue team now into the lead. Let's actually go out and look for the super drop. It's going to be in one of these 2 locations. You can see, you can actually see this on the mini map too, bottom left of the screen. You can see like the purple, like pulsing circles. That is the potential locations for the super drop. And this one, unfortunately, at this time, is completely useless. Multiplier switch. It does exactly what it says. For 15 seconds, it would switch your opponent's multiplier to your multiplier and vice versa. But both teams are at 2 times on their multiplier anyways, so neither team's going to go for that. No point. Glad you're liking it, Mantra. All right, blue team is into the lead now, and in the lead, they are likely to stay here. Ghost mode is on, so we can see this is NBC, most likely on the other side. Yep, NBC's stacking. The red team's belt is going faster because they have Unstoppable, but other than that, they are at a disadvantage at the moment. They've gone into the lead temporarily with 3 minutes to go, but this is about to be 60 points scored for the blue team. So that's going to put them at 550 to 500. L. Rhodes is coming in with a couple more. He was going to put those onto the belt, but now he's turned around. Okay. 550 to 500. A couple of bales coming in for the red team. Yeah, exactly, Hendrik. It does not help much. 90 points now is the lead for the blue team. There's 40 more onto the belt for Matza. They look like they're going to stay on. He's going to grab 2 more. Hello, Dead Bars on Twitch. Okay. That one's coming off. This Mats is going to try to grab. Nicely done. Look at that. That one was going to fall off. So nice save by Matza. And he tried to shove those in for a combo. But this is where the faster belt is coming into play. So instead of 50 combo points for the Bale-tastic for the blue team, it's 30 counter points for the red team, but that's still not going to be enough for them to get back into this one. The Bales now are even, but the damage has been done. Well, if the bot will work, hopefully this will give you the information that you want to play. There we go. Hey, it worked this time. So yeah, if you want to play, register at that link. You need Farming Simulator 19 on PC already installed. Once you're registered, log into your account. Within your account on the website, you'll see a key. There'll actually be 3 keys because it is a 3v3 game. So if you have 2 friends who would want to play, feel free to give 2 keys to them. But you only need 1. Click the link that's right there with it. That'll take you to the downloads page. Download it. Run the installer. It will install on top of FS19 on PC. Then once you have it installed and ready, join the Farming Simulator League scrimmage Discord that's linked there. And then get into the waiting room and we'll pull you in. So sadly, Dead Bar's not on Xbox at this time. It's only on FS Farming Simulator 19 on PC. It requires a dedicated server to play, so that was impossible with FS19 for a console because dedicated servers weren't a thing. But now it is in 22, so cross your fingers that in the future we can get the Farming Simulator League onto Farming Simulator 22, because then it would be possible for console players to play. All right, 860 to 680. The blue team takes that one. All right. GG, guys.
GG's.
GG.
GG's.
Thank you. GG, guys.
Same guys.
All right. Well, holy cow, we're already 2 hours into the stream. What do you know? Time flies.
That's good.
So we've got time for 2-3 more, depending on how they go. So let's not waste too much time. Is there anyone that wants to sit out this time? Just one person?
I'll take a break. I'll do some modding.
All right, Tornado. All right, Tornado's taking a break then.
I'll let the pros have a game.
Yeah, you don't, keep pretending that you're not going to be like the #1 FSL player soon. Just trying to trick everyone. Okay, so Tornado will sit out. So then that's everyone else pretty much playing. Cool. So let's do Matza and L Rhodes. We'll give you newbie and then SGA. Cool. And I need to get my butt into the server here. I keep accidentally clicking and changing my shirt color. It's got to be green. It's got to be. Live podcast on Tuesday, Taz. I know you'll be there. It's not even a question. All right, I'm in. Then that's important for me to remember that I need to confirm myself as an observer. Otherwise, these guys would play and I would just be like, okay, I don't know what's happening. They're playing, but you can't see it. It's been so windy here recently and so dry. I feel like I can't get enough water tonight. On the night shift, that means I'll be there for sure. Yes. Nice. Yeah, we'll have some Q&A that's already prepared. We have some answers from Stefan about precision farming. So we'll share that on Tuesday during the live podcast. Other than that, don't know exactly what else we'll be talking about yet. So we'll figure that out all on Monday, and then we'll be ready to bring you guys some Farming Simulator news. It'll be the last podcast before the FSL tournament, so we may or may not end up talking a little bit about that. Probably won't be like a big feature, though. Most of that news is out there already. May 14th and 15th, first tournament of Season 4. Gonna be awesome. Okay, there we go. The Manitou telehandler is out. The John Deere 6120, I have a feeling it's going to be both telehandlers. And then both manure. They beat me to it. And now, wait for it. Don't disappoint me, Madsa. Oh, are you doing that just because I said it was going to be the other telehandler? Are you watching, Matza? So one telehandler is still in play. Both of the tractors, the John Deere 6120 and the Lindner with the manure forks on the front loader, are out. The New Holland T6 is out. Both teams have gone with Bottleneck as their team perk. That'll raise the 2 innermost bridges for each team now. The Case Combine and the New Holland Baler reserved by the red team, and the Ideal Combine and the New Holland Baler reserved by blue team. Any hints on the release date for Pack 2 of the Season Pass? Soon, TM. Spring is running out. I will say that. I can tell you that much. Spring doesn't have long left. So, do with that what you will, Tony. But you already knew that. Matze is a nickname for Matthias in Germany. That's cool. I have my late cousin. He used to call me Matthias as just a joke because of what my middle name is, but it's similar to that. So he would call me Matthias all the time. KW, well done. Between now and the fall release, Tony. That's what I should have went with, KW. Oh, okay. Oh, we might have a battle here. Get over here. Big Daddy and Newbie are trying to back up and get connected to the Corona Baler, and it's Big Daddy who wins out. It's fun to see that happen. Meanwhile, NBC has duplicated himself. The one will just walk in place, though, so no advantage for the red team here. Okay. There's still a lot of really cool stuff in store for FS22 this year alone, guys. So we appreciate your support and your feedback, as always. And yeah, not every DLC will be for everyone, but there's still some really cool stuff coming that I think will please a lot of people. Can never please everyone, I don't think, but I think a lot of people will be happy. 4v3 disqualification. Oh, Big Daddy. Not usually. Pause that thought while I sneezed. Big Daddy, not usually reckless with the first bale delivery. But this time around, crashing into the belt. 123 to 112 ends up being the first bale scores. Spencer, aka Odwalla, with the runner perk. Look how fast he can run. Running back for his Massey. I believe he's the one that left the combine there. All content that we release is released on all platforms. There may or may not be like hot fixes necessary. Like with 1.4, we just had the hot fix for PC. So PC's on like 1.4.1.0, where consoles on 1.4.0.0. But that doesn't really change anything. But all of the free content updates we add in, all of the DLC is on all platforms that Farming Simulator 22 is on. The only thing different won't come from us, it'll come from modders, and there's just some mods that won't work on consoles. So that's the only thing you're missing out on. But official content from us, you're not missing anything. All right, 15 seconds to go until the 12th minute drops. It's gonna pop up right here on the edge of the big field near the barn. Speed limit and bridges raised. Well, bridges raised will only raise one bridge this round because both teams have the bottleneck team perk, which raises the two innermost bridges. Okay, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. So it's actually these two bridges that raise. This one's still down. So these on the far side are the ones that stay. Okay, cool. But speed limit was picked up by the red team. It's going to slow their opponents down. Blue team hasn't yet picked it up. Looks like Matza might be going for it now. He's going to go for speed limit as well. There it is. So it was minus 20% speed debuff for their opponent. Each team's claimed it now. Because the blue team claimed it later in the window, theirs is going to last not longer, but later into the round now, at least. By about 30 seconds, it'll last a bit longer. Having a look at Big Daddy running the Vultura with the Corona baler. I love this baler. This is what I've used a lot so far in 22 as well. Once it was added in the, I think it was the first free content update, wasn't it? It was added into 22. I love this baler because you can do up to the biggest size and you don't have to stop. Just keep on keeping on and let it unload them onto the field as you go. NBC is in the case harvester. Going to town. Spencer over there in the John Deere harvester. They already have the New Holland full. Well, they've already emptied it. So good bit of grain into their grain cart already. Spencer now is unloading the John Deere and hopping into the New Holland. So without skipping a beat, really, unload one, get back into the one you've already unloaded, and get to harvesting some more. The more straw down, the more bales you can get. The more bales you have, the more points you can score. But you got to make sure you get all the bales in as well. And now here comes NBC with the case. I mean, we've got, look at the mixture here. We've got the red case, the green John Deere, the yellow New Holland in the distance. And then we've got the nice matte black ideal Fendt combine as well. The most popular combine in the Farming Simulator League, I would say. It seems like, though, might be used less this season overall, at least in the scrimmages. Hard to tell really from the scrimmages what the official tournaments will look like, because we're only seeing a few players that will be playing in official tournaments here. A lot of the guys that are in Europe, you know, it's too late for them. It's not too late for the likes of Matza and others, L. Rhodes, that are here tonight. But some of the pros won't be here during the scrims, so it'll be really cool to see what they're going to do. Even some of the pros we have seen in the scrims, I don't think they're giving everything away here, because this is just for practice after all. And 2 weeks from tomorrow, the prize money and other prizes and circuit points as well come into play. And so then teams are going to take more risks. They're going to unveil some of these strategies we've not been seeing so far. And that's going to be really cool to see, because there are some really talented players that you'll see if you tune in 2 weeks from tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, 14th and 15th. If you want to watch it in German, it's on Twitch at Giant Software DE is the German broadcast. Bridges Lowered has been picked up by the blue team, by Matza. So all of their bridges are now down for 120 seconds. But yeah, 14th and 15th, German channel to watch it in German right here on the Twitch channel you're currently watching, and the YouTube and Facebook channel that you're currently watching this stream on. Follow those if you're not already, and you'll be able to see when we go live with the official tournaments too. 14th and 15th, looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. Camo, the Terra tracks are nice. You know, if it were up to you, the FSL would be nothing but tracks, wouldn't it? Okay, so the blue team delivered some grain. Let's go to the red team silo and see if they are ready to deliver some grain. They are. What about that? Some good instinct there, if I do say so myself. They need to get this delivered because their belt is currently shut down. So if you get your opponent's, if you get your multiplier maxed out, it also maxes out the minimum amount for your opponent. So 3 to 1. And that shuts their belt down as well. If we go to the mirrored image here, let's turn off ghost mode. Newbie, though, is also delivering grain and has 2 full ideals feeding into the grain cart here. So, the blue team are looking pretty good for the multiplier at the moment. The red team has more grain, but it's out on the field. It's in this, it's in the New Holland and in the case. So if the blue team, let's have a look at the blue team's barn. They're ready to score some points. Here comes Matza with another bale. That one looks like it's gonna fall off. But at least for now, they're gonna be able to score 28 points per bale into the top. That one's going off. These 3 look like they'll stay. There's one. Let's have a look. Red team does have some bales at their barn. Multiplier not in their favor, though. Did blue team flip a machine? I don't know. Did they? Where's their third? No, I don't think so. Oh, wait. The red team did. The red team flipped their Corona baler over. So I'm not sure. I lost count now. Whoops. How many Matza scored? It was at least 4 at 28 per bale. That one's gone in too. Nice little lead now. 219 point lead for the blue team. Hey, ATS Trucker, how you doing? Bale's pretty even. Red team needs to get this grain in. Super drop is 15 seconds away. Spencer has the grain in the cart, ready to deliver. He probably shouldn't drive too far away with the super drop lurking, but his teammates are within the area as well. And it's bale withering. 2 bales for the red team. Let's turn ghost mode on. It looks like Big Daddy's going to get to this first. Indeed, he does. So that's 2 bales destroyed now for the blue team. So that's helpful for the trailing team. Not as good as it could be, but not bad. Now, at the red team silo. They are delivering that grain, trying to flip this multiplier back. I don't think they have enough grain to give them an advantage, unfortunately, which is what they need. I don't even know if they have enough grain to get it back to 2.0. They don't. Yeah. 2.2 to 1.8. So they're going to get 18 points per bale into the top and trailing by 223 points. It's not boding well for them. 3 minutes to go. Yeah, the water tonight. It's been so dry here. I'm over it already. It's not even officially summer. We've had like maybe 4 days of warmish weather, and I'm already over it. It's just been so windy and dry. It's wildfire season again, and hopefully nothing too disastrous happens this year. 525 to 268, blue team in the lead. 2:15 to go. Matza just methodically stacking them on. They've run out of bales directly at the barn now. So a little moment here for the red team if they can to catch up and close the distance. But I just don't, there's not enough on the board for them. Not enough bale advantage. They're at a disadvantage in the multiplier. $569 to $340. Big Daddy is out with the New Holland, pressing more down. Yeah, with Bottleneck though, the bad thing is like usually late in the round, grabbing bales off of this field is pretty helpful. Because you can, easily get across and score them. But with Bottleneck active and these two bridges being raised, it's a little bit tougher. You got to drive all the way around. And now, all three are raised for the red team for the moment. So Big Daddy's going to have to drive all the way to the end, to the stone bridge. 40 seconds to go. 569 to 412. Blue team looking good for the win. We'll have time for one more game after this. We'll look to raid someone at the end. My only stipulation is family friendly. And I would like to have this verified. Not like the one time it was said that they were family friendly and then it wasn't so much the case. So hopefully there's someone out there that I can vouch for personally. If not, I am open to some suggestions with limitations. But yeah, they do need to be pretty family friendly. Blue team wins. All right, so yeah, we've got 40 minutes left on the stream. That's not enough really, I don't think, for 2 rounds, but we will see. Probably just gonna stick with the same teams here. Let's do same teams and stay in. And we'll go from there.
I was going to bed.
Oh well, fair enough. Go to bed. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you. It was a
Right.
great stream. See you guys.
Have a good one. Talk to you next time. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, see you.
Yo.
All right.
So, come in.
Or tornado in. Tornado in.
Tornado in. Tornado.
Kerm. Tornado and Kerm. A Kermnado. There we go. All right.
Ooh, that's better than a Sharknado.
Kermit, you do. Is this me?
I mean, if Tornado wants to play, I'll give him the chance, but I'm happy to play as well. So, are you there, Tornado? Do you want to
I
play?
don't mind either way, Cam. If you want to have a go, mate, you have a go. I don't mind.
Okay.
You haven't played yet, so why don't you have a go?
Okay. Well, I'll be blue team. And I want Matza and I want Big Daddy on my team.
Okay.
Oh, that's disadvantage, that is. Dude.
Yeah, for them to have me on their team.
Exactly, that's what I mean. It's a disadvantage to the host. The host makes the team.
All right, and then we'll have the other 3 as a red team. All right, you guys get to see it from the player's perspective this time. Because I'll be playing on the blue team. Yeah. Well, you know, in my head, I'm thinking like Big Daddy for the baling, Matza for the stacking, and I'll do the harvesting. Make it easier on myself and my teammates that way. And I could have went with MBC and Big Daddy and had a stacker and a baler, but you know, I wanted to split those guys up as well. Okay. Join as the second player before Matza makes me be captain. Kermit.
Yes.
I like that you spelled it like with 2 N's, so it's like I have like a hotel. Like, come on down to the Kermit.
Yes, that was.
We'll leave the green light on for you.
And the red carpet, please.
Red carpet and green light. No crashing. There's no fun in that, Tony. No crashing. Where's your sense of entertainment?
So Kermit, what do you want to see? What do you want to see?
You mean like teamwork wise?
Yes, which tactic?
I don't know. Let's do bottleneck. Why not? Okay. I don't know why you're asking me, but I know I didn't want to do big haul, and I know you don't like herbicide.
Terminator, maybe next time for the last game you can asking round about the chat with the canal points. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe they
maybe do a poll to see what they want to see. I think is what Mouse is trying to say.
Understood. Okay. Okay. So, what do you want me to pick?
No forklift.
Well, that's obvious.
I think that Big Daddy, what factor?
Massey Ferguson and Runner Perk. What do you think?
For me?
Yes.
No, Archimedes.
Nope. Archimedes. Okay, Archimedes and Massey Ferguson with forks.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay.
Sure. Got it. There you go, Hendrick. You'll get to see me drive a Massey tonight, thanks to Big Daddy and Matza. It's in the right on cue on YouTube. Massey Ferguson always sounds good. Hey, what's up, RG? How you doing, buddy? Having a good Friday evening? Should I go for Combine or just the one we reserved?
It's reserved.
Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice running start. You gonna follow me for the first bail, Big Daddy, or Matza?
Matza. I believe. Okay. Kermit, yeah. The artist formerly known as Matza.
What? I don't matter. I don't know matter.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kermit. I'm following Kermit.
Well, I'll be on the big field then.
Yes.
No forklift this time, Camo. Sorry to let you down.
But playing NBC Hardcore is nice. With only with 0-point tractors.
Oh man, RG, is there some tornadoes in Kansas and Nebraska right now? That doesn't surprise me, man, because earlier today, a lot recently in Colorado, we've had like really high wind gusts. So I can only imagine that like in those areas, it's carrying over and turning into even worse storms.
We don't give up, or? Big Daddy?
Grain?
I think no. Or-
Nah. Yeah, I don't think we have to.
If they give up, I have a full order.
Yeah. Yeah, you just dump the grain and Kerm.
Alright.
Kermoji. There we go.
Kermoji.
Well, we have Kermit. I want to make sure.
Dang, man. Yeah, I hope everyone stays safe there. That's crazy. We had like a small like grass fire north of us earlier today, and like whenever the wind is super bad, and it's been so dry. I think we've had like 0.01 inches of precipitation in April. And April's usually like the heaviest month for snow here, at least. So like it doesn't rain a lot here overall, but usually we at least get snow in April that helps. We've not even been getting that. So like whenever like a small fire takes off, it doesn't take much for it to turn into a big thing, but luckily they got this one under control rather quickly today. Alright, avoid these weeds. Let's turn this off now. Man, wouldn't it be nice if areas could send their excess of one type of weather to others? That would make things a lot easier, wouldn't it, RG?
Big Daddy, can you drive here? We have crazy tool.
Okay, on my way.
So we've had in-person events previously in Europe. The question on YouTube that we have, this season, all of the tournaments will be online except for potentially the World Championship at the end of the season. Could be an offline event.
Can you start?
Can't really confirm.
Good.
That. There's a potential for some like special one-off events too, like outside of the season that could take place in the U.S. Hopefully there'll be some there. But yeah, we don't really know. There's no official confirmation at this time. It's still too hard to tell. A bunch of people just like during PAX East last weekend. Now a bunch of people came back and had COVID. So we want to be at events this year, but it's still like not a guarantee at this point. You want me to just keep dumping this? I've been like dumping it the whole time. Should I be saving any of it?
Dumping whole time.
Okay. Fair enough. I can do that. You're welcome. Always happy to help out and give people the information they want to hear. Or maybe not always what they want to hear. Let me rephrase that. I'd be a miracle worker if I could tell every like farm sim fan what they want to hear. to switch to bailing at any point?
By minute 8.
I've got a lot of this bigger field like done already, except for the far side now.
Okay, and that baler is already full with 3 bales, so you just got to bring it in with a Massey sitting at the corner.
Yeah, cool. Will do. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it.
Somebody's swimming.
Ooh, 2 somebodies might be swimming. 3 somebodies, or it's the same person repeating.
They're washing.
Do we have to let them know there's no combo points for going in the water over and over for so many times?
10 oops in a row does not equal 50 bonus points.
It's minus 100 now.
Yeah, right, OG. Yeah, no oops bonuses. Well, I was going to try to get 2 on the front, but we'll just take this one in. Let's not get greedy.
If only 1, it's okay.
Yeah, I've got a couple on the back too, so that's more important. Kerm is bringing some bales in for Kermit to put into the barn.
That's a perk.
Speed up or bridges lowered.
Can you get bridges lowered?
Yeah. You want bridges lowered? Okay.
Yes.
Right.
So all bridges are
This is the one for Season 4. The map hasn't changed, Von Hogan. There's been some like gameplay tweaks and some things moved around and such like that. But the map is the same for Season 4. Still on FS19 for this season, at the very least. We can hope that'll change, but we don't really know yet. Oh, I almost ended up in the moat. I'm looking over at the field, trying to figure out where I'm going to start bailing, and it almost cost us dearly. Oh, so slow getting through this crop. Okay.
So, Kermit, one bale is behind the ideal harvester.
Okay. You want me to like bring these in too, right? Don't leave them on the field now.
Right. Yeah, if one at a time, that'll work good. I don't have forks, so yeah, if you could bring one in, that'd be awesome.
Cool, yeah. I'll start bringing like 2 on the back then, and then I'll also grab this one that Matsu was talking about, or Kermit. Yeah, thanks, Hendrik. I did figure that out eventually. That the forks were too low. Okay, yeah, I see the one you're talking about. Here it is. Alright, coming in. Oh man, the bridges are gonna go back up before I can get there.
Well, you're good. They'll still be down since they'll set off once you go across.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. I was kind of hoping they would raise, and I was just gonna go for it anyways to please the viewers. Win or lose, please the viewers with some crazy bridge action. But fair enough. Probably better off for my sense of pride that they stayed down. Ah, bummer. Okay. Back out I go again. Okay. This time I'll drop one and then grab it on the front. Bring 2 in on the back. Still plenty of time to go.
Time enough.
So let that one drop. Okay. Oh, multiplier switch. That was quick. You were like right there, huh?
Yeah, I know it's just for good practice. I know it's not going to do anything at the moment.
Fair enough. It's all about practice right now anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably go out and do one more run, at least on the back, to bring in. Sweet. Yeah, plenty of time to get some more in here. Honestly, don't know if I've ever used this Massey in the FSL, but I'm liking it.
It's a good pick for the points. Very nice.
Okay. Alright, this bridge is down. Gonna have to cut through and slow us down a bit. That's alright.
So yours to the bottom the next time.
Okay. Can do that. That was fun to put those two in there. Oh, excuse me, Matze.
No.
Traffic jam.
I think Big Daddy wait for me and he
sorry.
drive.
Scrims have been great, Padre. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Whoa. Oh, stole it off of you somehow.
The last bail.
I just wanted it. Yeah, I wanted all the glory. Nicely done, gentlemen. Nicely done. Oh, wow. Okay.
A little demolition derby here. Yeah, we have to pay for the paint repair bill in this one.
Yeah, GG, guys. That was fun.
GG's. That was fun. Ooh, 41. Very nice.
Ooh. Ooh. Very nice indeed. That was the most useful throughout an entire round I think I've ever felt in a game of
Awesome.
FSL. And that's why I picked you guys as the teammates, because I knew that I could just harvest and then help bring some bales in, so long as I didn't pick the forklift by accident. All right, I'll see you guys in the lobby. GG's, guys.
GG's.
GG.
I think I'm gonna call it here. Like, we could squeeze like one more in, but then I'd end up going over. So I'm gonna call it here. I believe it was fun. We should be back a week from today again. That's the plan, anyways. But you guys have a great weekend. And then, of course, in 2 weeks from tomorrow, it's the real deal. So I'll talk to you all soon.
That's good.
Have a good one.
All right.
Thanks, Kermit.
Later. All right, everyone in chat, I'm not leaving you quite yet. We're going to raid someone. Hopefully, if there's a good candidate out there. So it was great hanging out with you for 5 minutes, Padre. You know what? 5's better than nothing. So we'll do a raid on Twitch. They do have to be family friendly. So I would love to do Renegade, because Renegade is great. I've watched him before. But I see someone else. I don't think we've ever raided Boom. And I think that's who we're going to do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we have once before. But the only other family-friendly tagged streamer we raided last week, other than Boom, that I see that I know for sure. So Boomhauer with like the it's 2 underscores, isn't it? That's a tricky one. I can't just type it in. I'm gonna copy it. Yeah, a little bit tricky. So disregard this. Actually, I don't even know if that'll work on the restream chat to trigger it. Maybe it has. Did that trigger it, guys? Let's see. I don't think it did. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, it would help if I typed it right, too. You're right about that. See, it's nice having you around, KW. Invalid username. Raid. Boomhauer. There it is! So if you're on Twitch, feel free to join us with the raid. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, still feel free to join us. You just have to come to Twitch to do it. So we're going to raid Boomhauer on Twitch. Tuesday, I think around 11 a.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central European Time, we'll be back with another live podcast, some Q&A at the end, some answers about precision farming that the community's been wondering. A week from today, we'll be back with more scrims. Other than that, have a fantastic weekend. Keep being awesome, all you amazing farmers, and yeah, we'll see you soon, all right? Talk to you on Tuesday. Or maybe before. See you later, guys.
Yeah.